Hey, I wanted to talk about Chris Christie.
Okay.
The first time I ever heard of him was, a few years ago, and it was kind of in the context of, hey, there's a guy on YouTube yelling at teachers. And that sort of whole attitude was the thing that made him a potential candidate in the first place. The
Right.
whole, in your face and I'm an a-hole kind of shtick that he has going on. And so the reaction to this story, I think you guys floated it actually a few months ago. And at the time it was like, well, yeah, of course. And I don't know about you, when you guys talked about it the first time, there wasn't really any doubt for me. I mean, I guess this is the smoking gun, but it seems weird. It seems like maybe the reaction is a little exaggerated. I mean, this is who he is. He is who we thought he was. And do you really think that, being at least the Republican nominee is now totally off the table for him?
I do. I do because, look, first off, this is going to be exploited not just by people like me. This is going to be exploited by people like Marco Rubio's people or Jeb Bush's people or Scott Walker's people. And
right.
They're going to exploit it in ways such as shows his incompetence. This shows that this is who he is. I mean, look, I'm not shocked by this. I mean, to the extent that I'm shocked by any of it, it was just that they thought they could get away with it or that these people are that stupid. I just don't, or maybe, I just think that this is also going to undercut his primary constituency at this point, which is the media. And this is going to dog him for a while. I don't think this is going to go away. The questions are not going to end with this. And I find it hard. I mean, look, even and this, as far as I know, did not come up at the press conference. In the press conference, Wildstein, I should say in the emails, Wildstein is responding to Kelly about the reports that the mayor of Fort Lee left 40 phone messages saying, somebody's got to get back to me on what's going on here. And Wildstein says, we're going to answer this guy's phone calls right after we answer the mayor of Jersey City's phone calls, who has been claiming that he was the subject of retribution. There is just a dynamic when there's a little blood in the water. The bully, when you start to see a little bit of weakness with the bully, ends up being more people come out. And so I don't think we've seen the end of this. And I think this is going to dog Christie for a while. And look, I always thought that his 2016 prospects were tenuous. But this strikes at the heart. It's going to make it that much harder for reporters to keep saying this guy's a straight shooter. He gets stuff done. Well, if you have to get rid of all the people who are surrounding you because they've lied to you, that undercuts your competence argument a little bit. And fundamentally, that's supposedly the thing that they liked about him. So I'm not shocked by this. But you got to remember that people don't follow politics like you or I, frankly. I mean, nobody's going in there voting for this guy because I know Chris Christie from the days of the U.S. attorney scandal, and this guy had a scandal where he was, for some reason, really helping out a woman in his then U.S. attorney's office, giving her loans, sort of accelerating the pace in which she was promoted in his office. Then she had to let him go when this became a scandal, and then he brought her back on to his governorship, and there's all sorts of talk about their relationship.
I think what you're implying is that he was being a really competent and effective boss with her.
Yes, he was being
That's what
very
you're alluding
competent
to,
and
right?
effective. And this guy also loved to ring up a lot of charges at the Ritz-Carlton as a U.S. attorney. There's a lot of stuff out there. Remember, we know that Mitt Romney found him problematic.
Oh, like
in the
radioactive,
vetting,
something like
in the
that.
vetting process. And we know what has been publicly released of that vetting process. We don't know anything else. So, I'm not shocked by this, but it's a good story.
Yeah. All right. Hey, thanks for the response.
Appreciate
Thanks for the show. Take care.
All right. Thank you for calling. It's like a mutual. It's like a love fest around here.
Oh, well, thank you.
CXB.
David Wildstein's in front of New Jersey Assembly panel right now, and he's taking the fifth.
Really?
No, he just took the fifth to the question what your previous place of employment was.
Well,
which is,
you need to take the fifth to everything if you're going to take the fifth.
right.
So he's going to take the fifth.
Oh,
to
he's
everything.
he's taking it through everything. Okay, I only saw that one thing tweeted.
So basically, that's what was being worked out yesterday. That's what was being worked out yesterday.